A little bit of everything in store this weekend. Cold temperatures, but the afternoons going to be nice.
Yes, afternoon's fantastic destiny the next couple days, and then a rain chance for people that want that on Sunday. So that's going to be a nice little change too. It's also going to be a tad bit breezy on Saturday. I'll talk about that in a second. But if you're going outside right now, temperatures are still dropping for most of the area here. You have Midtown sitting at 36. You have places like Ritter Ranch at 37. The airport still has a couple more degrees to go before we reach that low temperature. So I think 38 is not going to be the end of it. So we'll keep an eye on that for you for the next couple hours. Now, Green Valley sitting at 33 is actually one of the cooler spots right now. Typically, you see areas like Benson a little bit cooler than that, but they're actually tied with Green Valley with their temperature. And at least for early tomorrow, we are going to see some changes with these lows. But your highs today are going to be better if you like those warmer conditions. Instead of stopping in the mid 50s, upper 50s like we did yesterday, I think about mid 60s, upper 60s is going to be possible, with maybe one or two spots getting close to 70 degrees, but likely missing out for today around Tucson. That should be safe for tomorrow though. But if you go outside of the city, of Oracle stopping at 58, Safford at 67, so a little bit warmer over there. Sierra Vista 65 is going to be your high in that spot. And then early tomorrow, you can already see these temperatures aren't going to be as bad for that part of the day. Mid 40s with a handful of spots getting into the low 40s out there. Saddlebrook, Foothills, East Side, Vail, those are the spots I think are going to be chilly for tomorrow. And of course, if you go outside of the city for tomorrow, you're starting to see the typical areas be quite a bit cooler. You know, Wilcox, Benson, back down into the 30s. I wouldn't be surprised if Bisbee gets there as well, but there's going to be a bit extra cloud cover that's going to be keeping some temperatures a little bit higher than they otherwise would be throughout the weekend. Now, I do think Saturday is going to be a great day to get on out there. As I mentioned, there is going to be some clouds moving in and out throughout the day. But if you want your warmest temperature this weekend to get out to the rodeo, that's certainly going to be it. But if you want more sunshine, I think earlier today is your best time. There's also going to be some clouds for later on this evening. I just don't think it's going to be as much as, say, what we're going to have later Saturday, because that is going to be leading into a rain chance on Sunday. So go ahead and get to the rodeo the next 2 days, because that last day, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get on out there. There's not really going to be a way to beat the rain or anything like that, because you're starting off with rain in the morning. Now, as I mentioned, if you keep an eye on the time right here, Saturday might be a tad bit breezy, especially outside of the city of Tucson. So Bisbee, Tombstone, Nogales, Sierra Vista, those areas might have wind gusts between 25 and 35 miles per hour. Tucson, I'm thinking in between about 20 and 25 throughout most of your day. And of course, those higher elevations could potentially be upwards of 40 miles per hour. But overall, this is not going to be nearly as bad as what we had earlier in this week when we had wind gusts around 50. And this is all because we're tracking a low pressure center that will be passing us by, eventually bringing us that rain chance that I was talking about before for early on Sunday. Something else it's going to do for us is really keep that temperature down. So that's another way to tell, if you look at temperatures and rain chances, what time of day it's going to hit, because it is going to be chillier that day because we're having that rain nice and early. So you're not going to have the time to warm up that you otherwise would have. But that will be there for Monday and Tuesday. 65, 66